With EVERBULLISH. I am here to show you the last week's worth of posts, which is where I go over what I see in the market, what I'm buying and selling, and how we are making money as a team here on the EVERBULLISH Substack. So go subscribe if you like this type of content. Going back, so today is what, the 20th? Going back, we can look at, I guess we'll start with the 14th of August. So 14th of August, I had people buy actually a couple days before this. This is at the point where we are already up 50%, and this is on SNDG. So what happened, guys, is I saw and recognized that some of the top performing stocks in the market had actually retraced and come back down, but in periods of time when the market is this exuberant and there's this much just straight up buying and kind of holding of some of the best and most active volatile stocks out there, I screened it in SanDisk Corporation, which is SNDK, which is the single time version of this stock that I recommended. At this point, it was 2 days in, and this is the double version, meaning returns twice as much. It's leveraged. It would also mean that it would lose twice as much. We had a 37% day. Before that, we were at somewhere around 15, I believe, on the day. But this is just a shout out. I have my clients send these in. They're not something I asked for, but I do appreciate, because I like to prove in real time what's really happening. And that if you look here, you can see on the same day, SanDisk, which is like the one-time version of this, was up 6%. Meaning that the triple was actually doing even better than the leverage showed. So just kind of going back and letting you guys know that this is a stellar result. This is a 2 or 3 day long hold at this point, and we are already up to that 40% with a customer. Mine was actually a little bit higher on my account, but I felt like it's worth showing. Remember, we have limits underneath these using our EVERBULLISH method, meaning that we have the ability for the stock to go up, but if it goes down from where it went up by a certain percentage, it automatically sells. So we're already locked in that guaranteed profit. What's even cooler than that is, I'll go back to the next post, which was just, again, hyping that SNDG trade. Now these numbers here don't matter because these were from the 16th, and this post was from the 16th, but these quotes are from today. So just, we'd already performed over 55% at this point. Some people got in a tad late and they still made giant returns. We also owned ERX, which is now in the money, and we're holding in the money. I also recommended SoFi. SoFi is a stock that I really appreciate as a stand-in for when I'm not sure if we're going to have a massive tech boom or if we're going to have a massive defensive boom. So like energy companies, natural gas resources, utilities, and materials, those are all defensive. And this is just another thing showing me that, showing you guys rather, kind of what we were doing this week and why I'm so optimistic about hopefully growing my Substack. Another one, this is just from the 17th, so a day later. SNDG, which is the stock we were holding, went up 66.88%. So again, it's like, man, it was good, and then it got better, and this is the 4th day holding, and now it's even astronomically better. These are the type of results that you can live a lifetime without ever seeing, and I'm glad to say that I've proven myself to be able to pick these quite often in an uncanny way, and that's all because of the method that I use and that I show you guys when you subscribe to the everbullish.substack.com. I also wanted to show some props to give myself and my subscribers props that we've risen all the way to the 59th Substack in finance. So 59, 58 more are above me, and I want to take them all down, but I still need to pause and appreciate and recognize the fact that out of the entire world, and including the Bloombergs and the MSNBCs and all of the Substacks out there, that I've made it to the 59th, which, given the fact that I don't really advertise other than here on YouTube. We're doing great, and that's another reason I'd like you guys to jump on. So just remember this SNDG trade. This is part of lesser known ETFs sometimes, and we put limits underneath them. So in this case, if we had a 10% limit underneath it when we bought it, the most we could have lost was 10%. Well, now going up to this point, we're up around 100%. I had 112 here. That was just adding the returns together. In truth, as a stock grows, that even if you add up all the returns, it's going to be slightly less because of the compounding of the new money invested, right? So we have people walking with 80 or 90% on that every day, all day. And it then did what we hoped, and it stopped out on us, meaning that it sold out yesterday. Yesterday was the worst day for the stock in 6 days, and it went down. I had my limits moved up, and I told everybody to have their limits move up to like 5%, meaning that whatever the top of it was, it dropped more than 5%. We sold, and we kept all the rest of that giant return. So 80s, 90s type of percentages. I have some trades. These were from Monday. And what I put on here I wanted to show is that simply I send out my premium trades and then I post this stuff after, but it's time stamped here so you can know that it was bought and when it was. And I could do it without giving away all the premium information, but I'm going to just give this one because it's been a couple days now. Goldman Sachs, we had a buy on. PLTZ, we had a buy on. NVDS is a giant stock that I am pressing right now because NVIDIA's run up too much. It's going to do the exact same thing as the SanDisk did on the upside. And then we're also buying, you'll see in the next post, the SanDisk now on the downside. So we wrote it up 100%, and now we're going to write it back down. And just today, that stock made 18.5% last I checked. So we've nailed the top, and now we're writing down the bottoms. Guys, this is what movies are made about. This is really almost magical in the sense of the returns that I'm getting you guys for 20 bucks a month or 200 bucks a year. PLTZ was down a little bit. Remember, PLTZ is Palantir's opposite, and it does move opposite the tech industry. It's what I've been calling a proxy or an inverse in its correlation. So this guy's going to do, I have no doubt, going to do another 10 or 15% positive for us while we still have the NVDS out there growing very quickly. And then let's not forget, I then recommended yesterday, this is exceptional. This is me kind of explaining the thinking behind it and the news that's come out and really what I've been seeing as well, which is just that I think a lot of these tech stocks that have been high rollers and big time gainers are about due for another one of their turnovers, which if you read this on the 17th and then checked it out today, you'd see that these are all actually kind of exactly true. And just today, so after posting, now this is up 20 to 21% throughout the day. Guys, this is not something that's really possible with any other organization or any other trading school or tool, and I'm giving it to you all in real time. And a big thank you to all of the subscribers that have paid and recognized the skill and talent and are enjoying the profits now. I want you to join. Please keep at least following the YouTube. And I have a couple more things here that I will leave until next time. Little bit, real quick. Here's a hint. See where information technology is on the 1 day? See where it is on the 1 week? That's total capitulation from the previous weeks. I can kind of show it here with information technology on the month have been up the third highest, but now we're at the very bottom. And that's what I look for. That's a part of what the Ever Bullish method and my method to the madness behind all of this that I've created and teach is really based on. So it's about sectors, it's about sector rotation, understanding which sectors are going to do well, and then picking the stocks that are the best from that sector with a good chart and good metrics underneath it. So that's all I got, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Keep trading. You're only 2 to 4 complete double ups between now and turning your life completely around into something incredible that you'd never imagined. Join at everbullish.substack.com. Thank you.